Well, good afternoon, good evening. Happy New Year, fellow shopkeepers and do-it-yourselfers. Today we're working on a 2014 Acura RDX. This is an all-wheel drive model. See, it says it right there. Or any whiskey will do, I don't know. Anyway, putting rear shocks on the thing. And buddy, if you got just a minimal assortment of tools, you probably have a hard time getting this done. But inside here, in the fender well there, let's see. There we go. Take them little covers off right there. They pry out on the top, so they hook in down on the bottom. See, that's a hook, not a. So it goes in like this, and it goes up and snaps in. So catch it on the top and pry it out, comes out, and then your shock goes in right there. That's got the rubber nubber still in it. And buddy, them things got a stout top washer on them. But to get them out, to get them loose, I had to take, or to get the nut to come all the way off, I had to put an Allen wrench in the top of the strut shaft, or shock, piston shaft, to be able to get the nut off. It's a 14 millimeter. Anyway, well, let's see. Wait a minute. I don't know who left. Somebody must have left that there. Torch. I didn't use a torch. Yeah, I did. I sure did. But you can see the end of your shaft is got an Allen head, hex head in there. I don't know. What is it? A 3/32 or so. I think it's a little bigger than an 1/8, but anyway, it don't matter. But the problem is down here at the bottom, I've got that one in. The bolt that goes in the bottom, you can see that I had to do some cutting, cut the bottom strap of the shock off and pull it out of there. And anyway, you got a 17 millimeter head bolt here that goes in, and you can see there where it's got some like splines in there, but it was filled full of corrosion and whatnot, and it seized up. This is the inner bushing. That would be that bushing right there. I think that's a little warm. But that bushing is out and right there, and so I had to cut this right here, there and there, so I could pull the shock up off of that bushing. And of course, when you do that, you got the rubber in there that is bonded in there. It's going to burn, so you got to be careful you burn the car down. But this bolt was seized inside of that bushing, and you got to get that off of there. But I was able to hold this, get it real hot. The other one I couldn't get it to break loose. Get it real hot and use the impact on that bolt, and finally it broke loose. But the nut on these is kind of looks more like a rivet bushing, but it's supposed to be welded onto the, and it broke loose. But I can still use it. Just hold it with a pair of vice grips or something to hold it while it gets tight. It ain't going to the moon. Just a daggum shock bolt. But anyway, so you got a 14 millimeter up there on the top that's inside, you access from the inside of the vehicle. Take that off, and when you're tightening it up, these shocks did not have, yeah, they do. This one does, but the other one didn't. That'll make it easier for getting this one tight. The other one, I had to push that boot up and hold the shaft. You want to hold it up kind of high as you can. Don't hold down here. That'll be on the piston. Well, let's see. Hang on. If you need to hold the shaft so it doesn't turn when you're trying to tighten that nut, or loosen it if you're taking the shock off, going to reuse it, hold up here to the top as far up as you can. Not down here, because that's where this is a piston, and it's working down inside there, and that'll go in. I'm not sure what level the seals are, but you mar this up, and when you hit a bump or something, that shaft's going to go down in there and hit them seals and tear them up, and you're going to start leaking. So you don't want to do that. So grip it up here. It's not going to go down in that far. If it does, you need to slow down on them slow bumps. But just hold it right there and be able to tighten that up. And tightening that top nut is probably somewhere around 20-30 foot-pounds. Not real daggum tight. You know, you can't get your 3/4 impact in that little space in there anyway. So you just use I just use a 3/8 ratchet. But anyway, then your nut down here, probably somewhere around, there it is right there, probably somewhere around 40-50 foot-pounds maybe. I don't know. German torque specs, fellas, good and tight. You don't need my help to jack the thing up and take the wheel off. You could probably do this without taking the wheel off, but it'd take you about 2 hours longer. So just go ahead and jack it up and take the wheel off. Give you a good chance to check the brakes on it. Anyway, fellas, have a good new year. It's 2025. Good things are coming on the 20th. Let's hope. And thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe. Comment if you will.